Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Trigger Gooderman. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see is a live, interactive drama. Your input will be required on occasion. For instance, if you see present or don't press or don't press, yes, and there is also present and don't present. And from time to time, the court records will show a number of objects. You will be asked to vocalize your choices. Now, we'll also be doing this multiple times today, so when the court session is ended, please exit quickly and in an orderly fashion so that your friends waiting in the hallway can also enjoy JaCon Turnabout Convention. Likewise, we'll be having a photo session after the last session is through. May we proceed, counselors?
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, I believe you have more information for me today, so let's start with you.
I do indeed have more information for you today, or at least I brought someone who does. I call Harlan Fury to the stand.
Hold it.
What? What's going on? What do you mean?
Your Honor, Mr. Fury has nothing to do with this case.
But he's Miss Titchener's ex-boyfriend.
That holds no merit. We hear about the murder of Mr. Crowflock, not the old relationships of his emotionally unstable girlfriend. Furthermore, Mr. Fury isn't a volunteer for the convention, so I'm sure he has an airtight alibi at the time of the murder.
Unless he holds information that's pertinent to this case, I'm going to have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth.
Present. Oh, snap! I did not hear such a truth.
Wow, nice English, Nick.
Dog may be used to bend the sword on you, Phoenix.
I did not need that image.
Mr. Edgeworth, I find your behavior mildly concerning. I actually want to hear what Mr. Wright has to say for a change.
Well, thanks for the encouragement, Judge. But Harlan Fury does have information that's pertinent to this trial.
You've yet to actually prove this, though.
Your continued refusal to provide supporting evidence doesn't bode well for your client, Mr. Wright.
Objection! Oh, no.
On what grounds do you object, Detective?
Mr. Nick here has evidence for you. I do? Well, I do anyways.
Well then, let's please give us your testimony.
Very serious, actually. Well, I did a background check on Mr. Fury. I found a lot of reasons to be suspicious of him. He's got quite a record of violent behavior, and he's always not first to start the act, but he's very good at antagonizing the person. So, of course, he's good with his words, because he was a speech major at college.
So Mr. Fury isn't a level-headed individual. He was still nowhere near the scene of the crime.
Actually, he was scheduled to work outside the game room that morning.
And?
Oh, I get it. Thanks for that tidbit, Gumshoe. Well, remember how Victor Crowflock went to play Halo that morning?
Yes. But you haven't been a video game, though.
Well, it's a given fact that Crowflock and Fury weren't on good terms since the one was dating the ex of the other. And with his past record, there's a good chance that Fury was antagonizing, trying to start a fight with his verbal skills. Well, even if the fight didn't happen near the video game room, I'd still be willing to bet that he provoked it. Well, he's very good at irritating people. We all saw that if anybody talked to him. Well, anyway, so it's possible that he was the reason that Victor was so worked up by the time he got into the altercation in the lobby. In fact, I'd say that Harlan Fury was the main antagonizing Mr. Crowflock, and was in fact the one who found him in the lobby, leading to his demise.
What evidence do you have to support this, Mr. Wright?
We need some crowd support. Give us the old picture. The old picture. The old picture.
Cut this time. Cut this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
How about this?
What respectable volunteer wouldn't have?
Maybe something else.
But the picture. It has to be the picture.
Take that! Victor was practically a pacifist. he always opted to cool off and discuss things over fighting someone. Since he'd already walked away from a fight with Fran that morning, it wouldn't be a stretch for him to walk away from another confrontation with Harlan.
Perhaps, but that still doesn't put him at the scene of the crime. Even if Harlan made Victor angry, that just leaves Trigger to live up to his name and cause Crowclock to fly off the handle.
I admit that that is a possibility, but I think it also gives me good cause for calling Mr. Fury to the stand.
Thank you for your services, Detective. Now, if Mr. Harlan Fury will please take the stand.